Hi everyone, I'm Carrie Lyons, Regional Vice President and Independent Consultant with Arbonne, and I'm here in Farmington Hills, Michigan. If you would like to below post where you're listening from, and also if you're listening to it live or listening back to the replay. And if you have any questions throughout, I can always come back afterwards and answer any questions that you may have. So without further ado, in addition to being an Arbonne independent consultant, Arbonne business owner, I'm in my 18th year of teaching. I'm an elementary teacher. I teach 4th grade. I'm also a wife, and I'm a mom to 4 children. I have 3 girls. Their ages are 13, almost 11, and 4. And then I have a little boy who is almost 2. So 4 kids, work full time, and have this incredible business. So when the oldest girls were 3 and 5, that is when I began building this amazing global business that I currently have and will have forever. So thank you for jumping on to this Facebook Live tonight to hear more about it, to see if it's a fit for you. I'm so excited to share with you how this business is a perfect fit for busy people, especially if you're passionate, if you're ambitious, if you're motivated, and looking for an opportunity to have more time to do the things that you are passionate about doing, to have more time to spend with the people that you love, more time to give back, to have more financial freedom, and just to take that stress or burden of finances off of your family's plate. So I always knew I wanted to be a business owner. I actually grew up in a family business. My parents own a jewelry store. They still do. They've owned it since 1979. So I began working there as soon as I could see over the countertop. So I always knew the power of being an entrepreneur, being your own boss, super amazing experience. And I always thought I would take over the family business. And my parents knew this too, but they said, regardless, you need to still have a college education. So I did enjoy teaching. I loved all my elementary teachers, just adored them all. So I thought, why not get a degree in elementary education? It seemed like a good fit for me as well. So as my family grew, though, once I was married and had our first 2 kids, the idea of being at a brick and mortar business, as my parents did and as I grew up in, and being tied to those mall hours, which 7 days a week, and during the holidays you work even more than that, to help with all the holiday shopping, that became less attractive for my family. I knew I still wanted to be a business owner, but not that way, but I didn't know of anything else. So I just continued with teaching and having a family and having my summers off and having every break that my kids had, I also had, was very attractive. Yet there was always more month at the end of the money. Very stressful. And when Arbonne was introduced to me, I realized that I could have a 6-figure income and have those freedoms of having the time off when the kids were off. It actually is possible, and you don't have to physically go to, a brick and mortar type business to be a business owner these days. So the answer to my prayers of financial freedom and more time with my children came 7 years ago, when I was introduced to Arbonne. A passion that I didn't even know I had was woken up when I hosted an Arbonne presentation in my home for a complete stranger. I had met a consultant at a vendor show, and 6 months later, I finally agreed to setting a date. So if any of you that are consultants out there have a stubborn host like I was that needed a lot of phone calls, messaging, Facebook messaging, emails, you name it, to finally stick with a date, don't give up on them, because I was that person. I really just hosted because I wanted a discount. I love having people over, so I was excited to have my mom, mother-in-law, a couple friends over. It was a great excuse to clean my house. And I had no wish list. I was not planning on having a business of my own by the end of the night, that's for sure. At this point in time in my teaching career, I had a master's degree. If I wanted more money, I could tutor students. I could tutor them after school. I could tutor them on the weekends. I could help out at my parents' jewelry store if I wanted to. So I always had extra options to make additional income. but they all exchanged time for money. Every single one of them. I didn't know any different. I didn't know there was such a thing or even what the word residual income meant. So anyways, the complete stranger that, came to my home that I had met at the vendor show ended up doing this presentation. And her name is Corey Foster. She will be an RVP in the coming days as well. And she literally changed my life that night. And, many of you might be thinking, okay, financially, she introduced me to another way to make money in a different way. But you guys, everything I know about hidden toxins that are in our personal care products, that are in our food, is from Arbonne. I wouldn't have known about it in any other way or any other form of education. I learned so many things that night that she came over and did the presentation that my belly was hurting just knowing that I now had access to this information about these, and I had access to these products. And there's people I knew and loved that either Corey could share the information with them or I could. And, the wheels started turning. But my gut seriously just ached during the presentation as I thought about my own kids, my nieces, my nephews, my friends that have kids that were still using Johnson & Johnson's, people I knew that were trying to cure their dry skin, still using products with mineral oil and petroleum and petrolatum. And if you haven't had a consultant yet show you the experiment with the saltine cracker and the baby oil, it just, that to me was like, oh my gosh, I had to make sure mineral oil products or ingredients were not in any of my products, and it was in everything. I just was thinking about, all these people that were treating their sensitive skin, yet using products just full of parabens and perfumes and things that agitated them. I knew so many people trying to lose weight while still toxic. Their liver was just overburdened with chemicals, which I didn't know anything about either until, again, having this presentation. I knew people that were using acidic foods, like dairy and gluten and sugar, and still trying to lose weight using those types of products and food in their diet. So I was at a facial party, this presentation, in my own home, and I felt like I needed to just get out a notepad and start taking notes. I was learning so much, and that's one thing in Arbonne that we do. We literally educate others about hidden toxins that are in their personal care products. We are here to educate. Arbonne doesn't pay or endorse, celebrities to pretend to endorse their products. We don't have commercials. We don't put our money into that. We're literally a word of mouth business, and we recommend products we know, use, and love, and just, we know they're the cleanest products out there. So back to the presentation. During it, as I was hearing all this, I snuck upstairs and I started looking at the backs of all of the products that my family and I were currently using at that time, and I was just mortified. Everything had some form of mineral oil, a formaldehyde, some form of a paraben, sulfates, all these things that now Arbonne has on their will not allow list. And I just thought, oh my gosh, what am I putting on my kids? What am I putting on myself? From that day, I had used the same exact products since I was 16 years old. I just used the products that my mom had used, and my kids probably would have just kept using the products that I was using, and the cycle would have never gotten broken. So thanks to Arbonne, my kids' life and their health has been transformed because we know a better way. I learned that night that it took 26 seconds for what we put on our skin topically to get into our bloodstream, and I just thought, no, this can't happen. I know I can't prevent everything, but I had to at least have control over what we were purchasing for our household brand and what we were putting on my family's skin. But then it got more than that, and that was that gut pull feeling of I needed to get this word out to the people that I know and care about. So at that point, I had decided that it was not okay to just keep it to myself. It almost felt selfish, and everyone had to know about it. So I didn't want to so I had decided I wanted to get this word out, but I did not want to do what Corey was doing. I had a fear at that point of public speaking. I would have never done anything like this. I literally talked in front of kids at school, and that was it. But then I got over myself and realized the only way to get the word out about these products in this business model was to tell people about it. But that was my initial thought. I did not want to do what she was doing, because what would my family think? What would my friends think? What would my siblings think? How would this fit into a life that was already extremely busy? Were these income levels really for real? Could I really earn a car? Could 5 years from now really look any different than it was that day? With teaching, we can go online and we can see, if we earn our next 5 steps, and we know exactly what we're going to make. Could it really be different than that? If I took this leap of faith, would these things change? And could I really help people prevent diseases and lose weight? And could I help people have more energy and get rid of dry skin and gut issues? What if this didn't work? But then I asked myself, but what if it did? What if I really could do those things? And the only way to know was to say yes and to try. Thinking, how would it feel to know that I have helped thousands of people, whether it is with their wealth or it is with their health, or, how would it feel to take the financial stress out of family conversations? I started dreaming again once I started thinking, of all these things that could be possible. And so did my husband, and so did my family. We started talking about, what would our vision be 1 year from now? What could our vision potentially be 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Because Arbonne lets people dream again. We're in business totally for ourselves, but we're never by ourselves. This call is an example of that. We help out one another. We help each other's teams out. We help get this word out to masses of people, because that's what it's in our heart to help as many people as we can. And if all occupations had this support and the personal growth and development opportunities that we have and the culture that we have, this world really would be a more driven, grateful, and kind place. I truly believe. So, back to that initial presentation 7 years ago, I told Corey, the consultant, that I wanted to do this. And then literally the rest was history. That night, a passion awoke that I didn't even know I had. I really came to terms that there is an injustice that's going on in our country. There's just too many companies that care more about profits than people. Our healthcare system doesn't seem to care about our food, and the food industry doesn't really seem to care about our health. There seems to be a misalignment. Most people don't find out about clean eating and an alkaline anti-inflammatory diet until they have a diagnosis. And that to me is just heartbreaking, that we literally have information that people will find out about once they have a diagnosis. So just, let that set in for a moment. I'm just not okay with this. We know that, even since I was a kid, the cancer rate at that point was about 1 in 30. Now it's 1 in 3, and I just don't want to become numb or used to hearing that another child has cancer, or another family or another child has lost a parent to it. I'm just not okay with that. And just knowing that we at least have access to pure, safe, clean products that can help all people, I just feel like everyone needs to know. So that night after Corey left and I was now a independent consultant, I had my own website. I ordered everything in the catalog because Corey said there was a 45-day money-back guarantee. So I thought, even for someone like me that tends to procrastinate, where 30 days might have been a gotcha, but 45 days, and if it's used and empty, oh my gosh, okay. So I did. I fell in love with everything. And I learned very quickly that we actually do have the best compensation plan, just by highly recommending products that we love and that we are using every day. And we know they're the purest, safest choice that's out there, that actually have results. And then just that power of teaching others to do the same. Because again, it's the fastest way to get the word out there, is to tell other people and to help them. So I became a district manager in Arbonne very quickly, which is the first level. I felt like I was just passion on fire, or ignorance on fire, whatever you want to call it. But I was listening more to what people were complaining about daily. with it at my work and just the people around me. I started making recommendations, offering, hey, here, try this. Here's my facial cleanser. Try this for a day. Let me know what you think. I was passing out samples, especially to my colleagues like myself at that time that were drinking 3 to 5 cups of coffee a day or Diet Coke, or the things that we've learned now are very acidic. It's like, here, try a fizz stick. I've never felt this type of energy before. Let me know what you think. And before I knew it, I was earning the district manager paycheck, which is about $250 to $1,000 a month, which wasn't bad for just sharing products that I love. I share just about every other day, or at least every time I wear one of these sweatshirts, I tell someone, go on to Mindy May, the website. I recommend my clothes all the time. I have yet never received a compensation, a thank you, not even a coupon, but I do it anyways because that's just human nature. So why not partner with a company that actually does compensate you for recommending products you truly believe in and you use every single day. So, once I became district manager, at that time, we could also earn our fee to a global training conference. So I had earned the fee to go to Vegas, where I then saw 18,000 people from 6 different countries. It was like the planet of my people. I just thought, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. And I saw the big picture. I saw the vision. I heard the stories. I saw the heart of Arbonne. And I realized there was no culture like it. So I went back the following year as an area manager, which is where our monthly income is an extra $1,000 to $4,000 a month. And if you know anyone that could change their life circumstances, the $1,000 a month to $4,000 a month. Not only that, at that level of management, your business is also willable, which means, as consultants at that level, we're building this asset income that will be willed to our kids. I mean, it's truly unbelievable, which again, I think just reflects this amazing company. And yes, you're hearing that, right? It's willable. I still have yet to hear of any other profession that your income then gets willed to your family. I certainly know that's not going to happen with teaching. So next, after that, I promoted to regional vice president, which is just one level from the tippy top, and that was in 2016, and where I literally pinch myself every time I see the paycheck go in, because it truly has transformed my family's life financially, let alone the knowledge of the health and the wellness and how that has impacted our life. Regional vice presidents on average make between $5,000 and $15,000 a month, and that has allowed us to no longer live paycheck to paycheck. We expanded our family. We now have the little ones. We have our 2 bigs, our 2 littles. I call them my before Arbonne babies and my after Arbonne babies. We were able to purchase a bigger home so that we could eliminate a 50-minute round trip commute that we were doing every single day to be able to get our kids to the schools that we wanted them to be at. So by eliminating a 50-minute round trip commute daily, that's about 5 hours a week that my family got back, which is about 20 hours a month in a car that my family, thanks to Arbonne, no longer had to spend. Not only that, has our life of crazy logistics of getting kids from this activity to that activity, not only has that helped, but we also now have one less car payment. So maybe you know someone that would help. With Arbonne at the regional vice president level, you earn an $800 car bonus that goes towards your car as long as it's a Mercedes and as long as it's white. So in Arbonne, we also earn commissions, team overrides, just for helping to train our teams, a cash bonus, a car bonus. There's 4 ways to earn money versus your typical 9-to-5 job. There's usually 1 way to earn money. So in Arbonne, there's lots of different options. So hopefully you're seeing how, and not only that, we have 5 paydays, and we do not carry inventory. I do not have like some Arbonne closet or room in my house, and we do not deliver. Thank goodness, because I wouldn't be here today if people were relying on me getting them their products. So, yes, that's just how it is. So hopefully you can see how a busy person could, do this business, whether you have a humongous family or you're busy with, several other jobs or other levels or streams of income. you can see where this could fit. So the next level after regional vice president is national vice president, and the average income here is $22,000 a month. And that's just average. In Arbonne, what's wonderful, it's unlike teaching, there is no cap. You know, in teaching, I'm at the top of the pay scale, and that's it. Whether I stick around for another year, another 10 years, another 20 years, I will only make what I am currently making right now. In Arbonne, it doesn't work like that. We're actually limitless. And, you know, when I hear that average of $22,000 a month, I can just feel, and hopefully you can too, I can just feel the stress of 4 kids, college tuition, weddings, travel, retirement. I can just feel the stress of that just melting away, knowing that, you know, because of Arbonne, those things are no longer stressful. They're just celebrations, and Arbonne is going to be able to help take care of them. You know, one thing that's special about Arbonne is just that they didn't just jump on this bandwagon, you know, with all their certifications. You know, for those that may not know, you know, we are vegan certified, we're cruelty free, we're GI certified, banned substance control certified, non-GMO, gluten free. You know, we have over 2,000 ingredients on our not allowed list, where in the United States, our FDA has 11. So just that alone was enough for me to say, even as a consumer, you know, 2,000 versus 11, I'm obviously going to go with the company that bans 2,000 ingredients, because they're looking out for my family. They're looking out for our health. We are, and the other thing is, you know, Arbonne has had this belief and has been doing this for almost 40 years. I always know, because Arbonne and I are the same age. So I will be 40 this year, and so will Arbonne. And, you know, Arbonne has a holistic approach to healthy living from the inside out. They're not just one facet. They're not just makeup. They're not just nutrition. They're not just skincare. They really, truly believe that everything is all connected and works synergistically. So we have cleaner formulas for better skincare results, plant-powered nutrition, and we are the #1 global brand for healthy living inside and out. So not only have they been around almost 4 decades, they are #1. And I just am so proud of that. And, you know, so hopefully you're hearing this and just maybe the wheels are starting to turn, and you're wondering, so, you know, how might Arbonne be a fit into your life? Maybe you're already a consultant, and maybe you've just been playing small. Maybe you just thought this was a business where we just sell products. Not realizing, you know, it's really so much more. We can help people, so many people. And our message just has to be shared with people of all ages. We need to help less people get sick from what they're putting on their bodies and in their bodies. I consider this a movement. We literally change lives for the better. So, you know, ask yourself, you know, where do you see yourself? Maybe you're not ready to earn an extra income at this point, but maybe you like to save money. So how many of you have an Amazon Prime account or a Costco membership, or you enjoy getting free shipping? So you might be a member online for, you know, for example, for Amazon Prime, because you like the idea of free shipping. You like the convenience of click and order and shopping from your phone. Maybe you just enjoy bulk discounts. That's why you belong to Costco. So in that case, you know, we do have a preferred client program where you just get to enjoy the products at a discount. And you could ask, you know, the consultant that invited you onto this call more information about that. Or maybe you'd like to do what I did 7 years ago and have a presentation where the consultant that invited you on this call could do a presentation for your loved ones and share this information. And if the person isn't in your same state or your same city, that's okay, because we're virtual. I'm in Michigan, and you guys are all over the country. It's truly amazing. We can do this business from our phone, from anywhere. So we can use FaceTime, we use Zoom, you name it. Anything is possible when you have a virtual business. I mean, we treat our hosts really, really well. So, and then maybe like me, you'll end up joining then once you've kind of, you know, seen it in a different way and seen how your family members respond. When Corey came to my house, every single person that came was going to join her team. So at that point, I really had to think, do I want my mom and mother-in-law and teaching partner and best friend since childhood connected to another person that is a stranger or connected to my business. And, I made the right choice. So, if you're ready to jump right in and you're ready to start your own business, please, again, let the consultant know that invited you onto this live. Let them know. And I am just so thankful that you guys joined tonight, helping us spread the word that Arbonne is the #1 global brand for healthy living inside and out. We help heal people from the inside out. We offer safer solutions for family. We help educate about hidden toxins that are in products that people are using every single day. And we help others create the lifestyle that many have stopped dreaming about. We have the ability to create an income in Arbonne that allows us to give back to others. So what is your passion? And let's let Arbonne be the vehicle to make it happen. So thank you all for popping on tonight, and I appreciate all of you.